Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. You got to learn to get off the fence. You know what I mean by that? You can't play both sides of the court. You got to choose one. You got to choose a side. Which side are you on? There's going to be many choices you make in your life. Choosing a side is probably one of the most important. Some people don't like to choose a side. They like to keep it neutral. Those are bitch motherfuckers. Those are people that never really get it. Wishy-washy, insecure, weak. You got to go all in. You got to go all in. All in with life. All in with the mind, body, and soul program. You can't half-ass this shit. Only way you're going to see results is if you put in work, full-time work, take it seriously, go all out. Are you sitting on the fence? Sitting on the fence with addiction? I used to do that. Oh, I stopped doing hard drugs. I stopped cocaine, stopped crack, stopped smoking PCP. I used to love smoking PCP. That was my favorite drug. PCP was the best. I told myself one time, I want to feel like this forever. Take one hit of that shit, used to smoke it. Fuck you up. One hit, you wouldn't even be able to walk, wouldn't be able to see straight for 6 hours. I loved it. I quit everything, quit alcohol, used to drink every day, case of beer a day, followed up by a gallon of wine, did that every single day. 7 days a week, 8 days a week. You couldn't stop me from drinking. Put me in jail, I'll just make fucking Pruno. You ain't stopping me from drinking, period. No matter what. I stopped drinking, I stopped doing everything. But I still hung out with people who did. I still went to bars. I was the sober guy. And I didn't drink. I didn't relapse. Some people say, well, good for you. It wasn't good for me. What was good for me was to stop hanging out with alcoholics altogether. I had to choose a side. What side am I on? Am I going to be on the side of addiction, or am I going to be on the side of health and clean living? Am I going to stop this behavior altogether, and part of the behavior is surrounding yourself with drunks, or am I just going to go through the motions with it? Do you really want to get past some of these problems that you suffer from? Or do you just want to half-ass it because you're afraid? Some people are afraid of success. They're afraid of greatness. A lot of losers are this way. This is a victim mindset. This is the defeatist mentality, or the defeated, I should say, mentality. The mentality of somebody who looks at life as being nothing but hard, being nothing but a defeat. There are no wins. A person like me never wins. I used to be that way. I had a major defeatist mentality. And I found that I would lose and fail at everything I tried. I failed at relationships, I failed at business, I failed at everything I tried. Personal health, personal growth. Every single thing I tried, I failed at. It was just a failure. I felt like the world was against me. I was cursed, but it was really my own doing. I wasn't giving myself a chance to succeed because I wasn't going all in, and I wasn't putting in all the work that was needed to be done. Got to get off the fence. I found this again when I was trying to leave the streets and to become a better person, become a more virtuous person, trying to build my character. I felt cursed for so many years. I felt evil. Why am I like this? Why, Lord? Why am I like this? Why do I rob people? Why can't I stop? It was like an addiction. Why do I think about violence? Why am I violent? Why do I resort to violence so quickly? Why am I so cold? So hard? Why can't I just be a better version of myself, a better person in general? I know better people exist. Why can't I be one of them? Shit used to torture me. So one would say, well, if that's your motivation, if that's what you really want, Sky, then there's ways of getting that. Yeah, there are, but you have to go all in. You can't be sitting on the fence with that shit. What I was doing was trying to be a better person, but my friends were still criminals. Oh, I was reading books and working out and trying to do everything, mind, body, and soul, hanging out on football Sunday in a room full of bank robbers, hanging out with active gang members, mobsters and criminals. And I'm the one that's just getting their shit together. You are who you hang out with. You want to separate yourself from the streets, you better leave the streets. You have to leave the streets. You can't have one foot in and one foot out, and that's what I was trying to do. It was scary to me to have to give up all those friends. That's one thing I miss about that life, is the brotherhood, the bond, that kind of battle buddy bond that you have with people. It's much tighter than your little best friend, you and your PlayStation buddy or whatever video game buddy you get together with and you hang out all the time. You motherfuckers don't know what ride or die really is. To have people, grown men, that are willing to kill for you, willing to murder for you, willing to die for you. No questions asked. That kind of shit was powerful to me, and I haven't found those types of relationships, that type of bond, since. Not even with people that say, oh, I'm down for you, brother, my own family or lovers. It's not the same. It's not the same. It was hard to pull myself away from that shit, and I realized that the way you have to do it, the only way to do it, is to do it. Stop being on the fence. Motherfuckers who sit on the fence with that shit just end up caught up. I seen it. Get caught up in a raid. That shit can happen. I missed out on a raid one time. I got so lucky. I went over to a buddy of mine's house to buy a bag of weed. It was at the son. He was the son of the owner of Guess Jeans. So his father owned Guess Jeans. Very rich kid named Cat. Kevin was a player, as we used to say, back in the old days. This was back in the Grateful Dead days, and he was a major player on tour. For some reason, his parents were millionaires, and he had a giant mansion right on the beach up in Santa Cruz. He could have anything he wants. Vehicles, houses, anything he wants. But he liked selling weed. He liked selling dope. He liked being a drug dealer. He just liked being the man. Cat was the man. Everybody bought their fucking weight off Kevin. He was selling fucking pounds to drug dealers all over fucking California, especially on tour. It was a big thing of his. I was over Cat's house one day, and he's showing off like usual. I'm sitting on a 10-gallon bucket, big old white bucket. Fucking, he's like, yeah, look inside there. I popped the top. It's full of keef. You know what that keef is? It's like weed dust. Fucking 10 gallons of fucking keef. And he's got shit like that all over the goddamn house. I buy my shit. I walk out. I hung out for a while. Kevin was a good guy. He was a friend of mine. But I leave. He always had weirdos hanging out there, all kinds of people. House full of people, hang-arounds. I hit that concrete. As soon as I fucking walked out and got into my car, here comes a fucking SWAT team coming around the corner. And they fucking got his whole house. Kevin too, everybody in there. Just got lucky. You don't want to get caught up in shit like that. Hanging around with fucking people that are still active in the game. Leave the game. If you want to be able to fucking change your life, you're going to have to actually change it. It's like if you're trying to lose weight, you got to get rid of all that junk food in your fridge. You got to stop going to fast food places. You got to start going to the grocery store and start shopping on the healthy aisles. Skip the fucking potato chip aisle. Don't even go down it. The soda aisle. Don't even go down it. You skip those out altogether. The grocery store becomes a lot smaller when you're just shopping for the health food. Trust me, I've been going through this year. And the only way to stay with it, to really do it, is to do everything that is involved with it. If you're trying to lose weight and you're still hanging out with people at lunchtime at work who are going to McDonald's and you're going with them, you're going to find the healthy option at McDonald's. You're not trying. You're not trying. You just got to start thinking about this on all the different levels of your life. Where am I falling apart? Where am I not really putting in the work that's necessary? Where am I half-assing shit? Where am I talking the talk, but I'm not really walking the walk? We all might have one or two areas where we're not really doing it, where we're backsliding. We may talk a big game on this one shit, but we're not really doing it. Got to get off that fence. Got to choose a side. You're going to be on the side of strength. You're going to be on the side of weakness. I ask myself this every single day. You're going to be strong today. You're going to be weak today. If you say that you want to be strong today, then you have a day of discipline, a day of self-induced suffering. Because we don't get stronger through chasing pleasure. We get stronger through chasing pain. On the other side of that suffering is your greatness. But you can't just sit there on the fence talking shit, acting like you're trying to move forward in life, because you're not. Thanks for watching.